Welcome back to the briefing room. Joining us on set here, we now have Cadet Ryan McDonald and Police Officer Elisa Gilbert from the Novi Police Department. Welcome both of you here to our special edition of the briefing room.
Thank you, Chief.
I really want to thank both of you before we get started for your volunteer spirit for coming out. I've talked about it in all the segments so far. We have 20 plus volunteers from the organization coming out here tonight to further this program. And Elisa, tell the viewing audience a little bit about what it is you do, where you patrol, and some of the volunteer programs that you've been involved with since you started with the Novi Police Department.
I've been a police officer with Novi for 4 years. I patrol what we call our District 2, so from Napier Road over to Novi Road, and then everything south of Grand River down to 8 Mile. As far as volunteer opportunities, I've been involved with Girls on the Run, which is where I was a coach for the 3rd and 4th grade girls. And it's just getting involved in, not just in running, but being physically active. And then also we also did a part where we did just kind of team building and, you know, working on how to avoid bullying and self-esteem building with the girls.
I know you've been one of several of the female officers from the organization who actually were involved in the Girls on the Run program. And I understand from some of the other people that when you actually see the girls in the community, they will come up to you because they remember who you are. I mean, that's just a great way to partner with some of the young people.
Sure, absolutely. Oh yeah, I've actually gone to some of where they've had art fairs in the school, and it really gets us an opportunity to connect with them, and then also the parents who also live in the community.
And Ryan, you've been with the Novi Police Department for, I guess, about 8 months now?
Yep, we came in February.
Great. And you're a criminal justice student at Eastern Michigan?
Correct. Yep. I got my associate's degree in criminal justice. I'm going for a public safety bachelor's degree at Eastern.
Outstanding. And you're one of the actual first cadets the city of Novi has ever hired. Tell us about your experience there and kind of how that translates into you coming out to volunteer tonight.
It's been a complete honor to work for the department. We were fortunate enough to get hired on in February as cadets, and the experience that we're gaining from this position is unlike you can find anywhere else. It's been a huge opportunity. And as far as being here tonight, this is my first actual volunteer opportunity, so it's been a pleasure to come out and be a part of a program that reiterates to kids that you can have a good time at night with your friends without having to resort to drugs or alcohol.
Absolutely. And you're finishing up your degree at Eastern Michigan in criminal justice?
Correct. Yep. I have about another semester left to go, and then I'll be all finished up and hopefully join the academy sometime next year and go from there.
Fantastic. Thank you again for coming out. And Elisa, I know education's a big part of your life right now. You're finishing your master's degree in public administration. Tell us about that and where you're going to college at or university at right now.
I go to school at University of Michigan, getting my master's degree in public administration. I just think it's very important to continue with school and get as much education as you can, especially with the economy. You just need as much schooling as you can.
Certainly will help you out when you take that sergeant's test and lieutenant's test someday.
Certainly will. Absolutely.
And education is such a big part of everything we do. We have some of the highest standards to what it takes to get into the Novi Police Department, but yet we also encourage people to continue on with their education, so I applaud you for that. We have so many of our people that are continuing to further their education, and that just kind of is like a force multiplier because it translates into better service, better things that you can do for the organization, and I want to thank both of you for coming out to volunteer tonight. I applaud you for that. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the briefing room. Joining us on set here at the Imagine Theater, we have Council Member David Stout and his daughter, Rachel, who is actually a Novi Youth Council member. Welcome to the briefing room.
Thank you.
Rachel, tell us a little bit about what got you to get involved in the Youth Council and how you see Addicted to Movies and the benefits of that.
Well, my dad was on, city council, and I was like, oh, politics are pretty cool. So I just thought, why not try to get involved with what my dad was doing? So, and I heard youth council is pretty fun. So,
have you enjoyed so far the things that you guys have been involved in?
Yeah, we've done the senior prom, which was fun because we could talk to the older generation, and we did Sticker Shock, which was to prevent drugs selling during prom and homecoming.
Absolutely. And I know you're an active athlete in the high school, so this is just, you got some busy schedules, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Council member, thank you again for coming out tonight. I appreciate everything you've done and in support of not only the city of Novi, but the Novi Police Department, and appreciate you coming out and volunteering your time tonight.
Thank you, Chief.
What are some of the things that you're looking forward to here in And what brings you out to events like this?
Well, you know, it's always interesting to see how the youth in Novi gets involved in various things. And this particular activity is part of the police department's efforts and working with the youth council. It's something that I think we need to promote more and more. And the one good thing about youth councils, they've done a great job of organizing activities that are, you know, smoke-free, alcohol-free, and they really work hard to get these groups together. I think there's over 600 kids here tonight, and it's been a great event so far.
Yeah, and they've raised, with this event tonight, they've raised $3,000. It's number one is going to give back to needy children in the area through a Shop with a Cop program where police officers are going to shop with underprivileged kids. In addition, to buy a ticket, you had to pay $5 and bring a non-perishable canned good. The school resource officer, Mike Wilson, worked with our chaplain program. The food bank for one of our local churches was totally empty, and now tomorrow we are going to totally stock that, and it comes at a great time for us with the holidays right around the corner. So it's a great partnership, and not only with Addicted to Movies, but in the spring we're going to do Addicted to Games with our partners at Lucky's, and we're going to be able to raise several $1,000s more. And particularly in these trying times, we have to come up with creative ways in order to help out the needy people in our community.
Well, I've been very proud of Rachel's efforts. She is one of the co-chairs of this event for the Youth Council, and I know she went out there and talked to a lot of local businesses. She twisted her dad's arm a little bit to do some things, and you know, I think getting involved in this early on really leads to civic involvement in the long haul, and you know, hopefully someday she'll have an opportunity to sit on some boards and commissions and maybe serve on a city council herself.
Absolutely. And I want to thank you for your financial support too. I know you and several other candidates were able to donate, and that helps us purchase pizzas and other items for the kids here tonight.
I was able to work with State Representative Crawford and a couple candidates for city council and to help contribute to this event, and I know they are all very excited to have that opportunity, and we're really happy with the turnout and what we're going to see. We're getting close here to dinner for the kids, and this is probably one of the high points of the evening for them.
Yeah, and you touched on a great point, civic responsibility. I applaud each and every one of these youth council members because their schedules are busy academically with their athletics, and yet they're dedicating hundreds and hundreds of hours. And Rachel, that's got to be trying for you at times.
Yeah.
So our hats are off to you.
Well, it's, you know, when we interview these young adults at City Council, they come up, they provide us a written statement. It's very important that we thoroughly talk to each one of them, and in the long run, we end up with some of the very finest children and young adults from the high school, not only from Novi High, but from Catholic Central and Walled Lake. And we're very proud to have them serve on our youth council.
Yeah, and when you talk about the finest, I'm seeing more and more of the men and women of the Novi Police Department here this evening. And in my last count, I had 20, but I think there's at least 25, 30 here now. And they're all giving of their time. They're not on duty right now. They're coming out, and their goal is to connect with these young people in our community, and that's going to make us a safer community, and that's going to make us a community that is more enviable than it is now for not only businesses to come to, but for people to want to live here. So,
well, I've had a great opportunity this evening to meet some folks I haven't met from the police department, and it's always good when the elected officials get an opportunity to meet with the people who are serving our community.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Council Member, for coming out tonight.
Thank you, sir.
And Rachel, thank you very much for your volunteer spirit. And for the viewing audience, we appreciate you joining us here at Imagine Theater, and stay tuned to Channel 13 and continue to watch. Thank you.